Ursula, as an organizer, has already prepared here the name, the dog handler, the father, the number, DNA. We have this from the pedigree. We do this some later because we don't want to bore you. We fill in. This was the describer, was LAZ. Helmut, and the mentor the same, and the helper the same. So this was a one-man show. And I'm able, as LAZ, to do everywhere where I am. When I go to Mexicana and I see a good dog, and we want this dog in our system, I'm allowed to do this everywhere. So we did here now an official talent sector. Each she pays her 20 euros. Okay. I will arrange this with the father. Because I'm in his Schuld.
Is that?
Is that? He bought me yesterday 2 trousers. And my car didn't work. So, now, we are in the mental part. First exercise, dog comes on the leash on the training field. What is his expression without the trench? Middle 5 is ausgeglichen aktiv,
Balance
and active. You see, always if there is a slash, it's either or. If there is a comma, it's and. So now it makes a decision. Is this dog active and balanced, or is it hyperactive, or is it shy? In which direction? What do you say? Middle 5, up 3, down 3. Who's for middle 5? Active. Who's for middle 5? Okay. Who's for down 3? Who's for up 3? Up 1, down 1. We are the same. We saw the same. This is a normal active dog, middle 5. So we just make our mark here. I must make it a little bit smaller. I mark here, middle 5. Okay, next exercise. He goes into group. Is there a balanced contact behavior? Or is he shy? Or is he hyperactive? Who is for middle 5?
Is he seeking contact?
What is it?
Seeking contact.
Seeking contact.
Seeking contact.
Seeking contact. Okay, so we have here middle 5. Then someone else, Ursula, takes the dog and tries to make contact. Didn't the dog answer, or did he avoid, or was he hyperactive? In the middle is a standard. He's a normal dog and he makes contact. Okay, so we have again the middle 5. If someone has a different opinion, tell me. We can talk about it. Now comes the blue part. The dog goes heel. Is he leadable and engaged, or he accepts it downwards, or he avoids it, or upward? Is he hyper conflict? Yeah? What is this?
5.
Middle 5. Okay, I agree. Hey, you all can become an LCC in order to 2000. You have a good eye for this. And it's not difficult to see. If you have the real criteria, you see it works. And did you realize in Belgium here, was it fun? Was it stress? No. Why? Because stress. No, it was fun. This is the most important thing, that the handler has fun with his dog. And the dog has a very good education from a super helper. See? He travels half around the world just to work the dog. And
Second. Ok. El perro se muestra feliz y se muestra feliz porque es parte de sus instintos naturales actuar así.
whatever it is, you never know. Some is genetic, some is environment. You see what it is. Doesn't matter. But if there is not genetic, you remember the yellow ones from the first day will never come this way. Yeah? And that makes a difference. Of course, she's happy. The dog gets a good education. We got lots of information about the blue, the green, and the gray. And she gets used to perform, to stand in front of people without being in hectic, without being nervous. Do you know your feeling this morning in the track, when you go to the track and you bring it to your dog? And you saw this with your dog at the beginning? The dog was blue because the handler gave the temper to the dog. Okay? It's difficult. Yes, this is difficult. And she learns to perform stress. Yeah? This is another good thing. The club earns 20 euros. We have action on the training field. The clubhouse earns money for drinking and eating and everything. So this is a win-win situation for everybody, and in the end for the dog. This is important for the breeding. So we have the first blue part, middle 5. The dog is engaged and leadable. Now comes the helper with the defense attraction. In the middle we have the dog acts on the defense attraction with a middle threshold. Or did he act? Or is he hyper? This was middle 5. Yeah? He focused, he didn't know what happens. And when the situation was clear and the distance, we talked about attractions, was close enough, he started to act with defense. So this was middle 5. Then I changed the attraction, ran and threw the arm. What happened? He stopped barking and chased. So this was middle 5. Middle 5 is
Good switching, high intensity.
good switching, high intensity. Up 3 is
Switches incompletely, high intensity. Switches incompletely, high intensity. And the down one would be, requires a lot of stimulus, low intensity.
okay. So this was a clear middle 5. Super drive change. And this shows you this dog has lots of gray, but also lots of green. So there is a very good balance between these two. Yeah? Great. Super dog. Then I mix prey and defense, prey side steps with whip. And I just watch, do I have to do much? Or I did 1 or 2 times the dog high. So the answer is the mix asked for drive intensity by optimal attraction. And there was high intensity and balanced nerves. Up there is intensive with conflicts and even more hyper. Down there he needs more attraction to get more stimulus, more attraction to go into good drive. So this dog was middle 5. Then I gave him a bite. Yeah.
En la 3 si marca ansiedad, son nervios estables o son inestables.
What do you mean? Where? Show me with the mouse. Show me with the mouse.
Aquí.
This is hectic and conflict.
Ok. Aquí puede estar llorando.
This is the next one.
This is the next one.
Bien.
We are there.
Aquí.
Okay?
Si está llorando por frustración de la presa, cambia la calificación.
You have that's middle 5. But when the dog is in a little hectic in assurance, let's go a little bit up. Because look at the 1. The 1 is nervous, hyperactive, nervous. hyper, comma, nervous. So hyperactive and nervous. Yeah? And this shows you the direction in which the nerves go. Okay? This is why I traveled 1 year around in Germany and saw every Talententechnik. To equalize the few. So we go to exercise 8. I gave the bite. The question is, middle 5.
Tight, effective, dominant. Up 1 would be hectic, conflictual. Down 1 would be questioning, checking, carefully.
And this was middle 5. Watch her face when she sees the result.
What's your thought?
This is plan A. Okay. If you have a good dog, you want to show it, you're happy if you can show it. So this is the psychologic behind the Talententechnik. So now, after the waves, 3 minutes, 5 seconds waves, I close and put the defense in it, the biceps. And now you see everything. After these 2 days seminar, you understand everything. What happened?
Right.
He rebites. Yeah. This is not defense, this is active aggression. Okay? So, in the middle, he looks for a full grip and dominates. Up 3.
It would be hectic, loosens, undowns, or down 1. Tight, does not improve, pulls away.
So it's a middle 5. Dog gets the arm. Now we want to see, stays he in green? And does he channel into prey and hold the arm calm and intensive? While she was running? Or does he drop?
Keep it.
The dog with green drops. And this dog has a nice green and keeps the arm. Up 3 is
Restless, hyperactive, only holds shortly. Down 3 would be calm, little drive consistency, only holds shortly.
so. Who's for middle 5?
Yeah.
Hand up. Okay. So now comes the situation where we put the blue into the green.
El azul dentro del verde, creo que en ese perro, de lo que vi ayer incluso, más que hoy, es alto el azul del verde, en algunos momentos, o al día.
You see, this is why we change the words for the blue. Some blue is avoidance, but it's also adaptive. The dog accepts. Yeah? If you have a grey dog, he hits back and change to grey, drops the arm and is hyperactive. If you have a dog, super for a young girl which has not his power, this is a leadable dog.
Yes.
There's a good leadability in this dog. It's genius for women. High drives, all 3 parts, blue, green, grey, super. So, we have in the middle, he is constant in technical details.
So the middle was constant in technical exercises. It would be up 3 blocking, does not like to be handled but holds. And down 3 would be disturbed by technical exercises.
So it's middle 5. Of course you say, this you can train. But this is one effect. She knows how to train. She trains in the right direction. She builds up coordination and harmony. And the dog gets a chance to develop its possibilities. So this is also one thing of the Talentsichtung, that we influence young handlers, young dogs, into the right direction to the champions. And it works. 3 days, and it works with a good dog. So there's lots of meaning in this Talentsichtung. There were smart people who worked this out. Okay, now comes the passive blue, out. Middle 5.
Switches willingly to obedience, controllable, strong in drive. Up 3, requires more massive impact. Down 3, controllable, too willingly, low in drive.
Up three. Up three.
No, middle 5. Okay? So, then comes the spike collar on, and we go to Champagner finger. We open, orange. We go to Champagner finger, gray. And middle 5 is?
Switches spontaneously on stimulus, strong in drive, secure. Up 3, switches spontaneously on stimulus, conflictual. Down 3, requires more stimulus.
I did not have to do something. The dog switches at once and is middle 5. Now it was the question, what happens? Does he stay in gray? How many health did this dog need to stay in gray? Or is this a dog who speeds up by this frustration, by this conflict? And what happened? I did nothing. And the dog started and kept going, plan B. Middle 5?
Consistent in drive, dominant, self-secure. Up 3, high intensity, conflictual. Down 3, little drive consistency, requires more stimulus.
So, this was the middle 5. Then, I did the waves. Maybe if the grip was not good, I would have done a better bite. And now, I went into the dog and fed the dog and hit the dog. If we have a weak dog, we do very soft, because we know. If we have a strong dog, I hit him, boom, boom. And what happens? Does he go to green-blue, or does he go to green-gray?
Green-gray.
And this dog had a good bite, and he started with a full body activity. So he puts a gray to green when I attack him. So middle 5 is?
Total physical response, tight grip, optimated grip. Up 3, open grip, becomes weaker, fidgety. Down 3, holds tightly, passive, holds, pulls away.
And this is a big mistake nowadays in judging. They want a calm grip, and they don't see that this dog makes it blue-green. And when the dog starts activity, they say, should have been calmer. No, if it's gray, it's super. And this is what I told Lionel, tried at home. There's 2 phases of the what do you call this? Drive? Of the drive. Yeah? The first phase, that it might go in and hit. And then you see the weak one goes out. Okay? And the strong one, he holds even if he has not a good grip. First phase of chasing. And then you go down with the dog with 4 legs on the ground and chase more and hit more. And you see directly difference. The blue-green goes out and the gray-green he rebites, goes in and shakes. And then you see what it is. So this dog had a good bite, and he started. So this was a clear middle 5. Then is only the question, what is the punch of the dog in the attack? And so we opened, leash off, 10 meters, attack, and middle 5 is?
Secure, targeted. Up 3 is tactical, unfocused. Down 3 decelerates, unfocused, restrained.
So, and this was a real good attack, and this was a good punch, this was middle 5. Now this last exercise, number 17, comes from the Swedish mental test. And they ask, what happens with a dog after stress? Can you recover very quick? Therefore, this dog goes in the group again, together with the helper, and everything was normal. So, middle 5 is?
Balanced contact matters. Up 3 is seeking contact, and down 3 not involved.
So now we put the middle 5 here. We scroll up to the result. And this dog has in mental part 1,000 points from 1,000 points. This is a very high talent. So, there you are. The only thing you can do is destroy it. If not, you have to be a champion.
Helmut, why the gun?
How much better though?
Huh?
How much better?
And this is why we come here to teach you. Train proper and don't destroy. Don't bring in conflicts by accident. You get a hyperactive dog which destroys the technique. Or don't destroy the dog by too much drive. Work plan A, plan B, and make this classical conditioning between pain and drive. That the dog goes to drive when you pain him a little bit. Okay? And you remember, first mechanic, then electric. And this is what you learned here. So you get everything, you have a good dog, you have the whole knowledge, now you must learn it yourself. Okay. And when you pay your 20 euros, you will find this tonight on the internet if you're a member.
Why the gun?
You get it also without membership. Everybody can do this because we want the information for the shepherds, of the shepherds. Okay?
But they can only see the membership.
Now, I ask you to pick your dog, we put him here, and I show you all the anatomic parts.
Helmut, why do you use the gun?
Right?
Why do you
The
use
gun
the gun?
is here. Here we have the gun. The dog is not fearful by the gun, it's no. If it's yes, look at this. If it's yes, look at what happens here. Here is exclusion for the breeding. If it's a shy dog which is fearful by the gun, it's marked here. Or look at this. We mark here, this dog has only one testicle. Then it's not allowed for breeding. Okay? And this is a trick of the matrix. If you mark something which is not allowed, you see here, he has no good HD. Yeah? You find here, not allowed for breeding. So, let's go outside.